You don't need more options, you need clarity. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 reasons why you need clarity and not more clothes. Hi guys, welcome back to today's channel. It's Larry here. If you're new, I'm happy to have you, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming every week. I'm really grateful, and I hope that you're picking one or two things and you actually put it into practice. If you are, let me know. And as you can see in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 reasons why you don't need more clothes. So let's get right into it. So the common theme or the common narrative among a lot of us women is that we need clothes, and I'm a victim of this. I fell into this trap way before I started like my I became a personal stylist, where I thought style had to do with like having a wardrobe filled with so much clothes, and I actually had more, like I had pride in how much clothes I had or how big my wardrobe was. But then, as I guess growing up, as time went, and I saw it wasn't working, and also just even my field of work, I've come to learn more and more that a lot of times the solution to our problems are not to get more clothes, it's actually to clarify what we have going on. The first reason why you don't need more clothes: identity. And when I say identity, I'm talking about like, who are you? Like beyond the clothes. The thing about clothes, to be very honest, is like there's a psychology aspect to it. And a lot of times, which is interesting, a lot of times what how people show up and like how they dress is connected to how they're thinking, like what they believe, their mindset. Sometimes people believe that, oh, to look like maybe really good or cute or sexy, I have to like show off, or I have to really wear like mini or be in trend. So um there's a big connection between how we think and how we dress. So because it starts from the mind and then it comes out. So that's why the question of who are you, like beyond the clothes, who are you? What which Who are you? Who's the woman you are today, and who's the woman you want to become? And how do you want your clothes to reflect that? Do you get like where do you see yourself in years to come, and how do you want your everyday look, like your practical everyday look, to be and to show up for the version of yourself that you want to become? And so that's the first question. I believe that it's important to know your identity beyond clothes, because that way it helps you make informed decisions. Because if you don't have know your identity and you're attaching it to like the things that you're doing, then it keeps you in this constant cycle, because you know things, feelings, emotions, they're temporary, and things, life will happen, things will change. And so for every time something changes and for every time something happens, you're constantly trying to like figure out yourself, if that makes sense. However, if you know who you are, even in the constant day-to-day changes, you're able to make uniform decisions at every point. Secondly, your lifestyle. It's very important. One of the big ways that a lot of people know about personal styling is honestly from celebrities. There's a huge market for celebrity styling, and a lot of people think, oh, styling is, oh, I have to be a celebrity for me to need styling or to have a stylist. But that's actually not true, because every woman deserves to look good, and everyone deserves to have a stylist who can guide you. And so your everyday and styling is basically um your everyday life. And I say that because clothes are essential. Like, we're not created to walk around naked like back in the days. So we need to wear clothes every day. And so for every day that you need to wear clothes, you need to make sure that what you have actually fits your practical lifestyle. And when I talk about practical lifestyle, it's just take zooming out on all your day-to-day activities. So do you go to the office? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a remote, or are you hybrid? Do you have in-person meetings? Are you a business owner? Do you go to the gym? Do you go on date nights? Do you go a lot with your friends? Are you one that has a lot of events? And just all this areas of, like, do you go to church? Like, whatever your life whatever happens in your life, like factoring it out and making sure that you have pieces in your wardrobe that for every single activity there's actually one thing that you can see yourself wearing. Instead of like, oh, you just have a wardrobe full of things that you can only wear on maybe special occasions, or you can wear on only to go out to the gym, or you can go out wear on only just one specific things, but like you can find pieces that can actually transition from day to night, from one outing to another, and are versatile. So it's important to have that. So when shopping and when picking outfits, like think about like this clothes that I'm picking, can it pair with a lot of things, and can I use it across different areas of my life? Because that makes it worth it, and it makes your wardrobe like work for you, instead of you constantly trying to like figure out your wardrobe. Thirdly, it's actually wardrobe. I think I already started talking about it, but it's very important. I can't stress how important it is. I feel like in every video I am constantly repeating this point because it's actually very important. It's very important that your wardrobe, everything in your wardrobe are cohesive together. It is like as I said, I can't stress it enough, because when you have pieces that are not cohesive together, that keeps you in a constant cycle of decision fatigue. Research shows that it takes women about 17 minutes each day to actually find what to wear. And imagine if you don't have a wardrobe that works together. 17 minutes become, let's say, 34 minutes, and 34 minutes become maybe 52 minutes or 51 minutes, and it keeps doubling. And the more it keeps doing that, before you know, you find yourself in a decision fatigue and in this unending cycle. And you know what that does? Most times when you see people tell you that, oh, I struggle with what to wear, and every single time I just go for the first thing I see and I just wear, and I don't feel like that's me, it's because of the root issue, which is you have a wardrobe full of things that don't work together, and then you are constantly struggling to find good pieces, and then you just settle for, you know what, a black t-shirt and a black pants will work for me any day, anytime, so I'm gonna wear it. But it's not working with the first point, which is the woman you want to be. It's not aligning with your vision, and also it doesn't make you feel like yourself. And then that just puts you in that constant rut hole of, oh, I don't know my personal style, I need to find it, I'm struggling. And so it's very important that, as I said, as you pick up pieces, make sure that they work well together. Also, in this, even before picking up pieces and thinking about how they work well together, I think it's also important to go through your wardrobe, because most times that's where the issue is. We don't do that. To actually audit your wardrobe and take out pieces that don't work for you. I spoke about this in the video earlier, and I'm going to try and put it so you can watch it if you haven't. But the more you keep things that don't work for you, the more it affects how you see your style. And I say that because human beings were very visual, and our visual, like our vision, helps us with what we think. And so what you're saying interprets as, oh, I don't know my style, right? So it's important to take those things out and actually put the things that work, and then you can now fill in the gap and add. And I also created a guide that actually helps in this process. So it's going to be in the link in the bio in case you need this for help. And so these are my 3 points as to why you don't need more clothes, you need clarity. Um, and I'm curious to know which of the points stood out for you. Which one have you been struggling with? What questions do you have around this? I'm happy to answer. Please put in the comment section, and please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.